The ancient Stoics possessed knowledge so powerful it was deemed dangerous. These techniques have been hidden, suppressed, and forgotten until now. What you're about to learn isn't taught in schools or found in self-help books. It's raw, unfiltered wisdom that can transform you into a mental and emotional powerhouse. These are the strategies used by emperors, slaves, and warriors to dominate their world and master themselves. If you're ready to unlock your full potential and become truly unstoppable, keep watching. 1. The invincible mind hack, reframing reality. Most people are prisoners of their perceptions. They believe what happens to them determines how they feel. Stoic masters know better. They use a mental judo move to flip any situation to their advantage. Here's how it works. Whenever something bad happens, immediately ask yourself, how is this the best thing that could have happened? Your brain will resist at first. Push through. Force yourself to find 3 ways this apparent setback is actually beneficial. Lost your job? Perfect opportunity to start that business you've been dreaming of. Relationship ended. Now you're free to find someone even better. Injured and can't exercise. Time to develop your mind instead. This isn't positive thinking or denial. It's a radical shift in perception that aligns you with reality instead of fighting it. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. With practice, this reflex becomes automatic. You'll develop an unshakable optimism, not based on naivety, but on your ability to find opportunity in any circumstance. 2. The Stoic time warp, living in parallel universes. Average people drift through life reacting to whatever comes their way. Stoic masters live simultaneously in multiple timelines, giving them godlike perspective and control. Start by living in 3 time periods at once: past you, present you, and future you. When facing a decision, ask, what would past you want you to do right now? What does future you need from present you? Suddenly, you're not just living for momentary pleasure, you're acting with the wisdom of your past and the vision of your future. Next, create alternate reality versions of yourself. What would confident you do in this situation? How about ruthless you? Compassionate you? By shifting between these personas, you gain a multidimensional perspective that leads to better decisions. Finally, practice memento mori, remembering you will die. Each morning, vividly imagine this is your last day alive. How would you spend it? What would suddenly become important? This daily confrontation with mortality cuts through petty concerns and focuses you on what truly matters. 3. The emotional alchemy, transmuting pain into power. Weak people avoid discomfort. Strong people endure it. Stoic masters actively seek it out and transform it into fuel for growth. Start with small voluntary discomforts. Take cold showers, fast for a day, sleep on the floor, gradually increase the challenge. As Epictetus advised, difficulties show a person's character. By regularly facing discomfort, you build mental toughness that carries over to all areas of life. Next, reframe your perception of pain. Physical or emotional discomfort is not your enemy. It's a signal that you're growing stronger. Just as muscle grows by being broken down and rebuilt, your mind and character grow through adversity. Finally, practice turning negative emotions into productive action. Angry, channel it into intense exercise. Anxious, use that nervous energy to attack a challenging project. Sad, let it fuel creative expression. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. 4. The Stoic mind control, mastering your internal dialogue. The average person's mind is a chaotic mess of conflicting thoughts and impulses. Stoic masters develop an iron grip on their internal monologue, bending it to their will. Start by catching your negative self-talk. Every time you mentally put yourself down, immediately counter it with 2 positive statements. Not fake compliments, but real acknowledgements of your strengths and potential. Next, create a personal philosophy, a set of principles you live by. Write them down, refine them, memorize them, recite them daily. Let these maxims guide your decisions and actions. As Seneca said, If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. Finally, practice premeditation of adversity. Regularly visualize worst-case scenarios in vivid detail. Feel the emotions. Then, mentally rehearse how you'd handle it with courage and wisdom. This mental inoculation will leave you unshakable when real challenges arise. 5. The Stoic superpower, turning weakness into strength. Most people try to hide or overcome their weaknesses. Stoic masters alchemize them into unique strengths, gaining an unbeatable advantage. Start by ruthlessly identifying your flaws and shortcomings. Don't sugarcoat it. Now, for each weakness, ask, how can I leverage this? How is this actually an advantage in disguise? Bad at multitasking? That's your superpower for deep focus. Socially awkward? You're immune to peer pressure and groupthink, prone to anxiety. You have a heightened awareness of potential problems others miss. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. By reframing your perceived weaknesses, you'll discover unique strengths others can't match. 6. The Stoic time dilation, stretching and compressing temporal reality. Average people are slaves to the clock. Stoic masters bend time to their will, stretching or compressing it as needed. To stretch time, practice extreme presence. Fully immerse yourself in each moment, engaging all your senses. Time slows down. You extract maximum value and enjoyment from each experience. To compress time, use temporal landmarks. Set audacious goals with specific deadlines. These milestones create a sense of urgency that makes time fly by as you work with intense focus. Finally, practice amor fati, love of fate. Accept each moment as if you had chosen it. As Epictetus advised, don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will. Then your life will flow well. 7. The Stoic ego death, transcending the self. The ego, your sense of personal identity, is both your greatest ally and your biggest limitation. Stoic masters learn to dissolve it at will, accessing a state of flow and connection beyond the self. Start with daily meditation, focused on expanding your awareness beyond your body. Feel yourself merging with your surroundings. Practice seeing situations from others' perspectives, genuinely feeling what they feel. Next, regularly contemplate your own insignificance. You're one person on a tiny planet in a vast universe that has existed for billions of years. This cosmic perspective frees you from petty concerns. Finally, practice selfless action. Do good deeds anonymously. Help others with no expectation of reward or recognition. As Marcus Aurelius said, what we do now echoes in eternity. By transcending your ego, you paradoxically become more powerful and fulfilled. 8. The Stoic reality distortion field, bending the world to your will. Average people accept reality as it is. Stoic masters impose their will on reality, shaping it to align with their vision. Start by setting audacious goals that seem impossible. Don't worry about how you'll achieve them. The mere act of setting the goal begins to alter your reality. You'll notice opportunities you were blind to before. Next, act as if you've already achieved your goal. How would that version of you think, speak, and behave? Embody that persona now. Reality will begin to mold itself to match your expectations. Finally, develop unshakable faith in yourself and your mission. As Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult." When your belief is strong enough, the world seems to conspire to help you succeed. 9. The Stoic paradox principle, harnessing contradictions for exponential growth. Most people see contradictions as problems to be resolved. Stoic masters recognize them as portals to higher understanding and accelerated personal evolution. Begin by identifying the major contradictions in your life. Maybe you're both ambitious and lazy, or both loving and angry. Instead of trying to eliminate one side, lean into both simultaneously. Embrace the tension between these opposing forces. Next, practice holding two contradictory ideas in your mind at once. For example, accept that life is meaningless while simultaneously acting as if every action is profoundly important. Or recognize that you're insignificant in the grand scheme of things, yet your choices can change the world. As you become comfortable with paradox, you'll develop a more nuanced understanding of reality. You'll make better decisions by considering multiple perspectives simultaneously. Your thinking will become more flexible and creative. Heraclitus, an influence on Stoic thought, said, "The path up and down are one and the same." By mastering the paradox principle, you'll unlock new levels of wisdom and personal power that those trapped in binary thinking can never access. 10. The Stoic quantum leap, collapsing possibility into reality. Average people wait for gradual change. Stoic masters engineer quantum leaps in their personal evolution, dramatically accelerating their growth. Start by identifying an area where you want massive change. Now, instead of setting a gradual improvement goal, envision a version of yourself that's 10x better in this area. Don't worry about how you'll get there. Just vividly imagine this superior version of yourself. Next, pick one action this 10x version of you would take. Do it immediately, no matter how uncomfortable or challenging. You're collapsing the wave function of possibility, forcing reality to align with your vision. Continue taking bold actions aligned with your 10x self. You'll experience resistance from others and from your own mind. Push through it. Each quantum action creates ripple effects, rapidly transforming your reality. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." By using the quantum leap technique, you can achieve in weeks or months what might otherwise take years, catapulting yourself to new levels of success and fulfillment. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.